Hello again, everyone. Edwin Learnard back once again in this YouTube astrological segment. I'm going to be talking about having a Gemini Sun and Taurus Mercury in your natal chart. Now, I'm going to elaborate and expound on that. What I'm talking about is having that Sun Mercury combination in your natal chart, having the Gemini Sun and a Taurus Mercury in your natal chart. Now, the basic character, which is the sun being in Gemini, can be very versatile, loquacious, adaptable, eloquent, quick-witted, and mercurial. Now, on the communication side, be a little bit different because maybe more than a little bit different. With Mercury being in Taurus, communication may be more methodical, deliberate, slower, more earthy, and also communications may be more persistent and calm, and also the person may speak in a resonant manner. And it's also looking at this, well, in Gemini Sun is about our basic wants, and having a Gemini Sun, the person may want to assimilate information and disseminate information as well. And the thing is, when you have the Mercury, in Taurus, you have, person may talk about, things connected with trustworthiness, loyalty, money, possessions, values, as some examples. And the Sun in astrology is connected with the true self. And having the Sun in Gemini, the true self being witty, mobile, multifaceted, versatile, talkative, and the person with the Taurus Mercury may think, which is Mercury, being more ponderous in their thinking, deliberate, peaceful thinking, which is Taurus. Peace is connected with Taurus, and also as far as this combination goes, how it may integrate. Well, you have the person with Gemini Sun wants, which is the Sun, to do manifold, which is Gemini things. Now the mind, which is Mercury, may be more determined, which is Taurus, to really to finish that Gemini variety of tasks. And the thing too is, having a Taurus Mercury again, the assimilation of information may be very deliberate and methodical, and the person may learn through things being demonstrated visually. Now, another thing too is that when the Sun again is the basic fundamental character, and having the Sun in Gemini, can be very adaptable and flexible. But yet having the Taurus Mercury, at times may be, very stubborn and transigent and inflexible regarding certain viewpoints and, certain topics that they may speak about. The thing is, when you look at this could be, the person, even though the Gemini Sun, again, the basic fundamental character, can be very agreeable and adaptable, but having a Taurus Mercury, the person may be able to put their foot down more than necessary, when needed, when necessary. And the thing is, with the Gemini Sun and Taurus Mercury is posited before the Sun. And because of that, the thinking may be more premeditative, and the person may often think, which is Mercury, before acting, which is the Sun. And the mind, which is Mercury, may often be about formulating, plans to make money. The Sun in astrology is connected, with the biological father and children. And having a Gemini Sun, a person's biological father and children, one or more, may be a Gemini Sun, Moon, or Ascendant, or embody those characteristics. And having Taurus Mercury is connected with siblings, cousins, and neighbors. And having a Taurus Mercury, siblings, cousins, and neighbors, some of them may be, or a number of them may be people that have a Taurus sun, moon, or ascendant, or embody those traits. And it's also about the perception of these people. And having Gemini sun, the biological father, and at least one child, may be perceived as people that are versatile, loquacious, quick-witted, eloquent, adaptable, diversified, um, but at the same time, those people may be perceived as contradictory, changeable, mercurial, people that are scattered, could be, overly talkative, as some examples, and maybe superficial even. And with the Taurus Mercury, siblings, cousins, and neighbors may be perceived as loyal, steadfast, trustworthy, persistent, patient, persevering, but at the same time may be perceived as people that could be overly stubborn, willful, having people that have a strong aversion to change. They may be perceived as greedy or avaricious even. And this is also, looking at, this combination. It's very good placement. I mean, well, I wouldn't say, Mercury is not, in Taurus is not necessarily, it's not what you call a very good placement, but as far as mental stability, I would say it is, because Mercury is the mind and Taurus is stable. And having, Mercury before the sun, again, it's more about, premeditating and being able to think before acting. So the thing is, with this combination, when you look at this, it's about really, the sun. I mean, you have the sun being connected with actions, and the actions, with the Gemini sun could be very quick. The actions are done, they might be associated, with taking, a short journey, and the actions are done with more, animation, vivaciousness, in a spirited manner. And it's also, in the actions, maybe more than one practically at the same time, because Gemini, again, is about diversity and variety. And the Taurus, having the Taurus Mercury, again, the thinking, can be, really, about really ponderous. And thinking, not only having Mercury positive before the sun is where the person may be more premeditative, but having Mercury in an Earth sign helps in that as well. And because the Earth signs lean toward being about planning and premeditative. As many of you may know, I have a Taurus ascendant. I'd say saying I'm a little bit premeditative may be a vast understatement. And the thing too is that Mercury is also connected with short journeys. So having the Taurus Mercury, the person may take a number of short journeys that are connected with things of a monetary nature. It may be done to regards to money. Whether it's going somewhere to work for somebody, for a friend, make a few extra bucks or whatever, whatever it might be. They might be ones that are more steady, because Taurus is a stable sign, to say the absolute least. And the Taurus having this energy, this is a combination. I would say can be very, just a very solid combination to be able to think more before actually acting. And it's one where you have the Taurus, having a Taurus Mercury, it's really about a lot more persistence in thinking and being able to follow through on the Gemini actions more. Taurus Mercury can be more persistent with their writings, their communications, and really and be able to, I'd say, being the sign Taurus, may be able to write about things, of a monetary nature, values, communicate or write about Taurus-related subjects, well, such as geology, architecture, agriculture, cultivation, gardening, the Earth in general, as some examples. So anyway, people, that'll conclude this YouTube astrological segment. Until next time, Edwin Learnard saying, stay well.